We were muted that whole time.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
So let's start over.
Let's from the top.
Make it drop.
That's a wet
That's a
ass
wet-
wine. Yeah, so excuse the technical difficulties. We're just going to go, boop, start over. Welcome to Marriages for Critters.
Critters?
Like squirrels and like mice.
Well, now I have to say our proposal again. I was proposing that our 31 fans send us a bottle of wine and we'll cheers you each week if we get a wine in the mail from you. And this week we're trying Agavita, which reminded me of Inagata da Vida, baby. And it's a mango, which is my favorite fruit.
And it seems to be sparkling.
Yeah. So we done. Effed up.
We effed up, but
Sorry.
you know, you're watching Marriages for Quitters, and now you know that we're not just people. We had a whole bunch of bits we just talked about.
People.
She was orange for a minute, and then I corrected that orangeness. Well, do you think I corrected it?
I don't know. I don't really want to pay attention to this unless people are talking to us. Yeah, that looks better.
You're right.
That's good.
Brittany says, "Hey, Brittany."
Oh,
So
my
let's
baby.
cheers to Brittany.
Cheers,
I gotta drink
Brittany.
it correctly. Cheers.
Oh, so we're tasting this on here because that's people like to taste it.
Yeah.
What kind of sip was that? It was like a beer sip. Oh, that's too sweet. Ugh. I'm still gonna drink it. That's
It's got nice legs.
there's like 0 legs on this thing. That is too sweet.
She bought a screw cap. It's pretty much pure cane sugar.
Agave. Right? Yeah. Okay, tonight we are talking about dating before marriage. Things that we learned.
I never did that.
Yes, you did.
No, I just waited till I met you.
Right.
Then we got married.
Things we learned, things we regret, maybe? I don't know.
No regrets.
I don't know too many, but yeah. So, someone's clinks. She clinked at us.
Clinks.
Clinked
Yeah,
at
she
us.
cheers with us. Sorry, I could have told you that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I was just
I
I
don't
was
wanna pay
thinking
too.
about that one song.
Inagata Davida?
Yeah, isn't that like a 25-minute song or like an hour-long song?
I think so. I forgot who sang it, but speaking of that, my dad is the one that got me into that type of music.
Yeah, that is true.
And we got a fun package in the mail today. I
I-
forgot to bring his little note down. It was so cute.
He had a note?
There was a note.
Oh my gosh, we're missing the
I know.
note.
My dad made witch's tit hot sauce.
Hold it out towards the camera.
Can you see?
Hold on, let's see if I can focus on it. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Nice.
He's so everyone's so creative, but he actually really is. Habanero hot sauce with a conjuring of smoke. So it's like witchy hot sauce. I love it. He's so creative. We haven't tasted it yet. We're not going to taste it on here because then I might not be able to breathe.
Yeah, what if it's really
Afterwards.
spicy?
I'll just be like, my nose will be running and fire coming out of my mouth the whole time. But if anyone would like to purchase some hot sauce, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't think it's for sale. Sorry, for us only.
Yeah. You must be family. Okay,
And
so what?
I thought it was really cool. For the past few years, I've been talking about putting up an ofrenda. Ofrenda. Even though none of us are Mexican, but you have like a Mexican cousin or something, right? So that counts.
My step family is Mexican.
Yeah, close enough. There we
Yeah.
go. We're in like Flynn.
And basically, I lived in California my whole life. So
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
basically
that used to
I'm
be
Mexican.
Mexico.
Yeah.
So I was just really excited about that. I just want to talk about how I put it up and decorating with people that we lost and putting little nice fun things that remind us of them. And I just was really excited about it and want to talk about it. And that's the end of my story.
Yeah. I was kind of like, okay, here we go. And then now I'm like into it and stuff, and it's cute. Yep. And I love Dia de los Muertos. So
You're always like that about every idea I have.
No.
And then you're like, oh,
It's
actually,
true.
I love
Because
it.
to me, I'm just like, another thing on my plate. I got to find pictures. But I love looking at pictures of my brother, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I found a cool one of my grandmother. I think I'm just going to go to Staples and have them print it. Ooh, sorry. They haven't paid us for this sponsorship. I'm gonna.
Something's crackling. Is it my phone or
it's
your phone?
How close is your phone to the
It's
device?
next to your computer.
Yeah, get it away from the
Oh,
computer.
how am I supposed to look at people?
Set it next to your body, or
We-
in your on your
We
lap,
need a moderator. Brittany,
or set it right there on the
come
table
live with me
that's
again.
there's nothing over there on the table.
Anyways, let's get into it, yo.
Gone getting.
How old would you say is an appropriate age to start dating?
An appropriate age?
Yes.
That's a loaded question. I think it's appropriate to start dating as soon as you think you're ready to start dating. I don't know. I think that you shouldn't date until you're like in your 20s.
20s?
Mm-hmm.
But like Juliana, she's 17. You think she should be dating right now?
No.
You don't think?
No. Absolutely not. Well, because dating, people date as like, I'm dating, we're dating, we're so hip, and it's like, you're not looking for your spouse, you're just finding someone to attach yourself to and mold with, and effectively change your entire life around this other person. So Juliana goes and dates some guy, and now she's into new music, she's into new behaviors, new games, new everything, and besides even the potential of them having sex, other than that, she's getting distracted from her education, what she wants to do for the rest of her life, and she's more willing to settle for doing some mediocre whatever with her life, which is fine. But if you get your life in order first and then you start dating, and even in your 20s, you're not really necessarily together yet, but no one's going to derail you if you wait until your 20s.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
I think like
That's when you should.
18 is, and when you're done with high school is an okay time to start like testing the waters as far as like going on first dates, because those are nerve-wracking. First dates, freaking hate them. So to just kind of get your feet wet on like the dating scene, and then after college is probably a appropriate time to start like getting serious, which obviously I didn't do any of that. This is me looking back on what I did. Like I was boy crazy from like 13 or something, and then it's like they just distract you. Relationships, they distract you. And I have told Juliana that so many times, and I'm so proud of her now because she's like, I don't have a boyfriend, and I'm not, and she's doing her basketball and she's focusing on her school, and so that makes me proud. And that was these teenagers, I wish I could just shake them and like, you don't need to date, but
they don't need to do a lot of stuff that they do.
I know
the importance that kids place on like how they look, all the different things. Everyone's so like superficial and conceited. Is that the word? Like, I mean, I'm sure not everyone is, but most people are so concerned with their own. Brittany says she's on her way, and she did cry, smiley face. Most people are concerned with themselves and just, I don't know. It's just so vain.
Yeah.
And dating, that's what it is. It's just like an extension of your own vanity. I think like a lot of people are like, what do kids go after when you're not an adult? What's your like prerequisites for dating? Popular, attractive, fit. Like it's all these vain things, and it's like a contest. At least for the guys are mostly like, oh, you're dating someone who's fat. In high school, it was like, oh, you're dating her, gross.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I dated some fatties, but like, I that was something I was okay with. I never really had a problem with that. For me, you gotta have a pretty face, personally.
You mean like in high school you cared about that?
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't care about it now.
I care about it the most now. It's the only thing I like about just kidding. No, but I don't know. I think personality is where, if you break it down, that's what you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone. You better, I mean, being attractive is nice too.
I always wonder why I was so boy crazy in the first place, because they say that you get like that because you don't have a good, fatherly figure or whatever. But I had the best dad, and I was still like, boys. I don't know.
You're not boy crazy like that what you're describing as those people. Those people are people who are sleeping with boys and doing things that their father wouldn't approve of.
Oh.
Daddy issues, yeah. So a lot of the OnlyFans
That's probably
types
why I
and
did
stuff like that.
not.
You were a
do
very
that.
good girl because you had a
girl.
very good dad. You still
Until
do.
I wasn't. No.
Until you weren't.
Until I
And then you made a baby.
And then I made a baby. Well, thanks.
I'd say that's going to be on the list of don'ts.
Don't.
Don't make a baby.
Don't make a baby. You watch it.
Oh, sorry.
It worked out in my favor. What would you tell your dating self now?
What would I tell my...
Like a warning or...
That question confused me. Do you mean what question or what would I tell past me dating?
Yeah, if you can go back in time and like warn little Lucas about the
Yeah. Little
dating
Lucas,
life.
that's what I call
Little Lucas. Oh my God.
I would tell myself don't.
Nice one.
Yeah. And don't place such an importance on sex. I mean, I love sex. Sex is great. But like as a teenage boy, it's like this huge thing on a pedestal. It's like sex is like the holy grail of like, oh, you made it. You're a man. And that's like such a stupid thing to base your manhood on. Like, can you change a tire? Can you start a fire in the wilderness with nothing? That's man stuff, okay? Sex is just like, just when you just do it, okay? That's, there's like, it's not hard either. It's just, you know.
I was such a prude. I feel bad for all the guys who were probably like thinking they were going to, and I don't know, it wasn't until later on that I was a little crazy girl, but
freaky deaky.
freaky deaky. No, not even that. But, yeah, I would just say to work on yourself and focus on yourself and be the best version of you that you can. So when you do meet your future husband, you're never going to be like the best version of yourself when you meet that person. You actually, I feel, want them to see you at, not the best version of yourself so that they can, not have these high expectations. But I was so worried about what all the boys thought. Like, I had all the pretty friends. I was always the friend girl, which was fine. Like, I'm still friends with most of those guys. And I was so worried about it. And I would get like, I'm not pretty. I'm not good enough. Blah, 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 blah. Because everybody wanted Devin or Samantha. And it was just like...
Devin.
I know.
Suck, girl.
We had one boyfriend. Oh my gosh. We would go boyfriend.
We had one boyfriend?
Listen.
Okay.
We would go back and forth. It's like he dated her and then he'd break up with her and then go to me and then he'd break up with me and go back to her. And then it happened like 3 to 6 times. So stupid.
Wow.
So stupid. I
Was like one
time,
of you putting out and the other one wasn't?
No, I don't. I don't know about Devin. Actually.
You don't know that information about like Devin and them girls?
I am not going to talk about that on here.
That's fair enough because it's none of our business.
That's not our business. But I'm pretty sure, no, that was not the case.
She's a good lady.
Yes. So, yeah. And I remember one time I broke up with someone. I had Devin write a letter and hold it up to him while he was walking past. Like, Lindsay doesn't want to date you anymore. That was probably like middle school. I don't know. Really stupid. I did that. Those are just silly little dating things. But
Tiffany, if you're watching this, we were in middle school and I don't know what it was. Like we were, dating as kids date. And she like laughed and like looked at me funny. And I was just like, I'm breaking up with you.
It's so silly.
What is so weird? It's such a weird thing. And kids just want to date because they see these TV shows and they're like, oh, it's dating. Yeah.
And now like our daughter, because of all the stuff that is going on and what she sees on social media, she came home and said, Mom, I'm a lesbian. I was like, no, you're frickin' not.
Oh,
you're,
Dakota.
Yes. You're 9 years old. You don't know what you want yet. If that is what you do later on in life and that's your decision, I'm going to love you no matter what. But boys right now have cooties. Like you don't know what these feelings are. You're still processing. You're still learning. You're growing. And, you know, a few days later, she's like, I'm not a lesbian anymore. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, hold on now. You might be. Okay, we got to give you the blood test.
You're not. We're just saying.
We got to give you the blood test for lesbianism.
Lesbian.
So we can find out. You know what's funny? What's interesting is like girls like aren't even into sex in the same degree that guys are typically. So like a lesbian girl is like it's weird to me. Because like you just want to have a friend that's a girl. Like
there are girls that are into but it doesn't mean that. It's like your best friend. It's like my best friend that is married to a woman they're best friends. Like I thought
she's your best friend.
Well, I let her. Oh, no. I let her go. No. It's like they just have a partnership, and she had a lot of trauma with like boy relationships, and then I don't know. It's just. Anyways,
we could have a whole topic just on we can invite my one of my gay friends on, and you can invite one of your gay friends, and we can just talk about all the gayness together.
Anywho, yeah. So dating. Did you have any? I know the answer to this, and you don't need to get into the actual relationship. But what was your most serious relationship, and why was it so serious? And for that age.
My most serious relationship was with my wife. I mean, before you.
Before me.
The question's kind of, what does serious relationship mean?
Okay, I'll go first. So, like, I'm not going to say names, but the one I was engaged to, okay? Your best friend. I think with that relationship, I learned the most out of everything. And it was, to me, the most serious relationship because, one, I mean, obviously we were engaged. So it was definitely serious. But he's the one that I learned the most of what I do and don't want in a relationship. And that is what I carried into some not so good things I carried into our marriage, and some positive things I was able to carry into our marriage because it helped, like that relationship helped me grow and understanding relationships and understanding what I want and need in a relationship. So in that aspect, did you have a serious relationship that you that taught you things that you kind of carried into your marriage?
Taught me things that I carried into marriage. Yeah, I mean, all of them. I carried bits and pieces. I've had a very long relationship with someone who you're thinking of, and several years, and it was a toxic relationship.
That's what them kids are saying these days.
Them kids are saying. Yeah, her name was Jenny.
We're not putting names on here. I don't think that's fair.
Why?
'Cause.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You can if you want.
No, I will not put her name. I will not say.
I'm not going to throw my favorite ex-boyfriends under the bus or something.
Well, nothing. Listen, if you're still your relationship was probably when you're an adult. I would not consider what happened with me and her as adulthood.
That's true.
I think we were playing adults. I mean, it went into like 19 years old or 20 maybe. I don't remember how old.
That's true.
Exactly, but
you didn't really have any adult relationships then. It was me.
Yeah, I basically just had, after a while, everyone thought I was a hoe my entire life, growing in high school or whatever. They're like, oh, you're a little slut.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never even had sex before. And then I had that relationship with Jenny, which we did a lot of cheating on each other. And back and forth.
I thought she just cheated on you, but
no, I cheated on her, and I did the
Oh.
most heinous of cheating on her too. It wasn't just like what you can read about in my book coming out. But no, we did the worst of the worst to each other. But we were in love, so we kept coming back, and it was just like, I mean,
oh, the back and forth thing drives me crazy. We did it like twice, but I think after a certain time, you just like, you need a.
it's hard because I was in love with her,
Mhm.
and I still like love her in a different
I'm
way.
just kidding. No.
Like I'm not like,
Same. No.
yeah, well, I'm not like I want to get with her, or like I don't think if she was to come over and hang out, which I would not invite her to, but if that were to happen and I was see her, I wouldn't have like feelings of like, oh yeah, let's rekindle this. But I still like have thoughts about her. She shaped a lot of my life,
Mm-hmm.
like you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I know I learned a lot about not cheating. It took me a while to implement some of those
Better.
things, but
Shoot.
and to not just like chase that feeling, because there's a lot of stuff. We were both learning. Well, at least I was learning about sex
Mhm.
and all those things and relationships and how to treat people, and we failed on just about every single level. So that helped me, I guess.
Mine was the negative part. It was like, I think I brought into my marriage from that previous engagement was the feeling of abandonment. Like, you're just going to leave. You're going to just change your mind. Because I felt that he was in love with me. And then it was just like, nope, on to the next thing. And he was like that with so many things in his life. So I should have noticed, which technically you are too, because you're like one passion on to the next, but
I have
with me,
seasonal
I'm
passions.
seasonal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always this feeling of abandonment. Like this person, like if this person does it, if this person doesn't find that value in me, why is Lucas going to find that value in me? So it was really hard for me at first to believe that you would actually stay with me forever, and that there was a lot of jealousy and, jealousy. I didn't trust you. I was constantly, that's why I like would, what'd you say? Not divorce, blah, 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 fire you and then come back and then, follow any girl that messaged you on Facebook. I was just like, finding her. And it's crazy because I hated him for so long. Just, he tore my heart into a million pieces. And but I had to go through that pain, because if I didn't go through that pain, I wouldn't have you, and I wouldn't be able to recognize symptoms within myself. Like, there's jealousy coming on. This is not that person. This is Lucas. He's a different person. This is a different situation. And you have to like sever that, the feeling that one person gave you and give it to another person. And you're giving them your heart to, like, you're entrusting your heart to them. And it's so hard once it's been abused and just, I don't want to say abused, because he's definitely a great person. And now I love him to death. Like, I'll never forget the day that I came home and you and him were playing video games in our
bed.
our bed, sitting on our bed playing video. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So funny. And you guys have your cute little bromance or whatever. And his family is still so important to me. So once I realized that, like, with you, I don't have to worry about those things. And there's so many girls that have just been through the ringer with boys, and being able to trust again is so hard. And I think it's so important for men to realize that, not just men, because guys go through it too, but your partner, I should say, to realize that they've been broken in certain ways, and it's not your job to necessarily fix it. You just have to understand where they're coming from and sympathize with them and come alongside them. And you know, you showed me how to not be jealous. You worked through that with me and we got over that. And now I'm so confident in our relationship that, you know, you could leave on a boys trip and I'm like, don't even care. I think one time you went and you did some scavenger hunt and you're like, some girl had to kiss me or something like that. And I'm like, okay, it's just a scavenger hunt. Yeah, you had to like find a girl named Lindsay and kiss her or something.
There was
she
not
had
a
to kiss you on the cheek or something.
It was like either she had to kiss me on the cheek or it was not a kiss. But that was on Bachelor Night, and I'm pretty sure I made out with a dude. I can't really remember.
Oh Lord, you did not tell me that part.
No, I'm just kidding. That was a wild night. I know I had a body shot out of me. Maybe that's what it was.
Oh.
I don't remember. It could have been a kiss.
Out of you?
Out
like
of me.
Out of your
out of my butthole.
No. Disgusting.
Fireball straight from the room.
Even I won't do that.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was a pretty wild and crazy night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we got another bachelor party coming up.
Have you ever been on like a really awkward date?
Yeah, sure. Most of them are awkward until you know who you are, and that's why it's like if you're not sure about who you are as a person, when you go to sit down with someone else, you want to make sure it's a good time. You want to please them, and it's like you can both please each other and know who you are. Like, and a lot of the awkwardness comes from I'm unsure if am I attractive, am I a good talker, am I this and that. And that just comes with, it's like the same feeling I get when I get on stage to sing. I get that stage, or I got the stage Friday feeling on dates. And now it's just like, I don't care. I'll freaking fart in front of you, whatever.
I hope I never have to go on a first date ever. Don't leave me.
I will not leave you.
Okay.
I might die, but
no, don't do that either.
I'll try not to. Yeah. But
well, if you leave me, then you can die. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think either of us are going to have to go on first dates again.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be hoes from here on out.
I've got hoes.
I've got hoes.
Didn't you say we're going to switch genders in
Yes.
10
So
years?
once we
Not
get a little
happening.
bored, because I get bored every once in a while. So
Lord.
I'll become Lucinda, and you can be Lionel.
Lionel, Lucinda, and Lionel.
Yeah. Lucy. Do I look like? Do you think I'm more of like a Lucy, or like a Lucinda, like sophisticated?
You're not like Mexican enough for a Lucinda.
That's a
Lucy.
Mexican name? Oh,
I think Lucinda's Mexican.
Okay.
Lucy in the sky.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, after about 20 years of marriage, maybe 30, 40.
It's not happening. So.
I'll convince you one of these days. Every idea that I have, we're like, we should do this. You're like, oh, it's terrible. And then we do it.
This is not going to be one of them for sure.
Party pooper.
Party pooper. Did you have any questions?
No, not really. I was just gonna roll off what you said. I talk too much, and it's good.
You seem like tired or something today.
I'm tired every day.
I know.
I haven't slept very good for a long time.
Poor babe.
Yes.
You're allowed to talk a lot, you know.
I understand that, and I just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not talking a lot. I can pick it up. I can do better. Please don't leave me.
Please don't leave me.
Yeah, do's and don'ts. I feel like that's what I was communicating. We were talking about, but so
that too.
What?
All of it.
All. Okay. I think that honestly, I could say, don't have sex before marriage.
Yes.
Don't date until you know who you are, which might take a long time. Have friends, and maybe your friends will turn into your boyfriend and like that. But don't be like looking for these things, especially because people who are always looking for someone, they never find them, or they find them all the time.
Mm-hmm. So much better to just happen organically than like force it. And even people that find true love on like websites, it's actually really, I've heard so many success stories with that, because it can be in this day and age, Sunny, it can be organic that way too, because you're on there looking. I mean, some people are, I'm sure I've only done it one time to like go on. That's where I met the guy when I was dated. I went on a date after we broke up. Anyways, I met him on like Plenty of Fish or something. I don't know. But when you're like forcing, but it's like Facebook or something, you're just like meeting friends on Facebook and then it turns into something. I don't know. I feel like that can happen. And there's so many success stories with it too. But so much better than when you're like, I need a man.
Yeah. I always liked meeting people in person, and it was really easy for me because I was always just somewhere where there was people.
Well, a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go places. Like, you know, they go to work, they go home, they go to work, they go home. They have this like vicious cycle. So or they go to a bar. It's like you really don't want to necessarily meet your spouse at a bar. I mean,
I learned that from the movie Superbad. You want to meet him at a pumpkin patch.
Something like that. Church, best place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, do's and don'ts.
Yep. I forgot to take notes, and now I can't remember what I wanted to say.
I'm sorry. Now I'm talking so much. I'm hyper. I get to shit on all my ex-husbands, boyfriends. And I'm just kidding. I actually...
Lucille. Yeah, I like that.
I actually like all my exes. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Not like, I don't know.
What constitutes as an ex? Is that count as your ex?
I wouldn't count that. Unless it was like a continual thing. But like a one night stand, no. Barf. They don't.
I've had one night stands with people, and it was just like a little boink and like, hey, we're still cool, and like that was it. I mean, maybe they wanted more, or maybe I wanted more, but I didn't usually. But that would feel bad if like, and I feel bad. Was I being a bad person? I mean, I was making bad choices for sure.
Knowing most girls, they probably were more attached than you thought they were.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be mean.
Because sex to us is more of like an attachment. Like, oh, he loves me because this happened.
It was like that to me, but like sometimes, I don't know. Because like it makes me feel all kinds of good stuff. It's not just like, I don't know. That's different now than it was when I was a kid. But there's people like our mutual friend with Zachary. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Tinder, because I've filmed a wedding for a Tinder couple, and our friends in New York, Tori and...
I don't know names. I'm just kidding.
We're not talking about their sex life.
Oh, okay.
They met on Tinder.
Yeah. Well, no, I think there's definite success stories with that. And at first I was like, oh, that's weird. But no, it's not weird at all. I think it's super cool. Just be freaking careful and just be yourself and honest, because so many people are just like catfishing all up in here.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think it's good for you. I think it's a great place to meet someone you want to boink, and then it can go somewhere from there.
Well, if you can't get out much, if you're like work home,
then you need to prioritize something, because I know a lot of people that are like that now, and they always say, oh, I never go out and do anything. It's like, yeah, I invite you every day for a year and you never come. And it's like you spend 10 hours, at home. And I don't know. That just frustrates me, how people just don't prioritize. Like, you want to have friends. If you just want to be at home, that's how you want to be. Go for it. Do you? I'm not telling you to do different, but like if you're like unhappy with your life and you're doing that, maybe switch something up. Maybe take the invite. If your friends have are continuing to invite you, I'm just done inviting those people, because you can invite me to your house. Yeah. Because I'm over it. I don't want to invite people anymore.
It's so hard.
It's so frustrating. But yeah, don't date until you know yourself. Don't have sex before marriage, because what do you need to do it for anyways? It's
Well,
fun. Okay, it's fun. It's a great time.
what about dating? You know, because I learn a lot about myself because of you. Like, don't date for that reason. Like, I'm dating him because I want to learn about myself. I don't think anybody does that. But I learn a lot about myself with past relationships. Like, that is something I want to work on because I don't like how I bring that into this relationship. Or,
But could you have figured that stuff out without, like, if you spent your life becoming the boss bitch that you are, instead of dating people and trying to find validation through them,
true.
could you have also been like, I'm not jealous because, duh.
Yeah, true.
I don't think he's cheating because, duh.
True.
You know, not like trying to tell women they should be all like, ooh, I'm the
Yeah, but you never
best.
stop. At the same time, though, you never stop learning about yourself. So, at what point is it like, okay,
When you feel confident. I don't know.
I was gonna say,
it's a
yeah,
tricky
confidence.
situation, but yeah, confidence, like actual confidence.
that's true.
It's a good way to get confidence is to fake it till you make it. But you're not confident because you say you're confident. So people who are saying that, stop. Just
Yeah.
don't be like, I'm confident. No, you're not. Confident people don't say they're confident. I should know because I'm confident. Oh, wait.
Hi, Mama. I see you on there.
Which mama? Oh, what's
Yours.
up?
My mom doesn't watch this. Just kidding. She will. I'll force her. She's gonna watch all of them in a row because of like, you're supposed to
we're
be my
gonna
biggest
trigger her.
fan. No.
She is our biggest fan.
Yeah.
She's gonna be traumatized by you talking about your sex. Actually, she's just
I know. That's probably why
No,
she stopped. She's like, ugh.
no. She's a cool mom. She'd probably be like, oh, well,
I know.
I can show you a thing or two.
Yeah, she was like that.
You can show me a thing or two.
Oh my god. He has a crush on my mom, everyone.
She's hot.
Okay.
I am confident. No, you're not. We just set a rule. We just set a rule. If you say you're confident, you're not confident.
All three of you, do anybody have questions about dating that we should bring up that we missed? Uh-oh. And here come the dogs.
Here come the dogs.
Oh boy.
All right. Awesome. Glad
Go
that could happen.
upstairs.
Well,
Go.
on that note, we could just close this one down, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you got something else on your mind.
No. I didn't talk too much about exes, just the one. I was like, oh, this stuff is going to come out. What if they hear it? But
Yeah.
just the main one,
The main one.
the main man.
That's
kidding.
clever because of his name.
Because you're my main man
Yeah.
with one N.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. And it's super cool when like I don't know. One thing I love about my relationship with exes is they're now the two, most important ones are remarried, and I love my baby daddy's wife. Like, she's so amazing, and I think she's an amazing stepmom. And I get so
I forgot about that guy entirely.
I get so not offended. I get so furious with people that are like, I hate my mother's stepmom and stuff like. I'm sure there's nightmares out there. I'm sure, but God, can't we do it for the kids? I don't know. I love her. I don't have to like talk to either one of them so much. So I'm sure he still hates my guts, but it's like, and the ex-fiance's wife is incredible, and she's just an amazing human being. And I just wish more people could like look past, this is my ex, they're a terrible human being, they hurt me, because this one hurt me in so many ways, but now I have completely forgiven him. And it's a great relationship now, and I can enjoy like being around him and his wife, and it's not weird. So yeah, I think that's it. Sorry, this was kind of a rough one with those kids.
Oh, yeah.
And you look stoned.
I'm probably getting sick. I don't know. It's that time of year. All the
Yeah.
kids bring home all their junk and
All the goodies.
no sleep and yeah.
Yeah.
I like
All
it.
right. On that note, don't give them your virus or whatever it is.
Who?
You. Them. Through the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't Don't breathe on the YouTubes right now. Who
Don't
is
breathe
this?
on the
What is it
YouTubes.
saying? I thought they were the same. Baby Daisy and Lucille.
Baby Daddy.
Who's Baby Daisy?
Baby Daisy.
Are you?
Lucille's bromance. Baby daddy and ex-fiance are not the same. No.
Oh. Got it.
Okay, we love you. Stay sexy
Yeah.
and don't get married unless it's your person.
Yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh Lord. You could say see you next time too. It's the same thing.
Yeah. But it's Tuesday. See you guys next Tuesday on Marriage is for Quitters, where we learn to stop being selfish and be your person's person.
Good job.